We fired Nancy Pelosi. Now we've got to get our work going. The challenge here is what they want is a motion to vacate means empowering everybody. Eric Swalwell can come to the floor every day to challenge whether the speaker can stay in or not. We need to be able to have the strength to do the job, to look into places that they're not going to want us to look into.
So there you have Kevin McCarthy making the case for support among his colleagues to be the next Speaker of the House. But 5 members of his own party, including our next guest, say they will not vote for him. Montana GOP Congressman Matt Rosendale joins us now to explain why. Congressman, thank you so much for being with me. You heard the argument there from Kevin McCarthy. This actually empowers the likes of Eric Swalwell. What do you say to that?
Oh, that's just a false premise, Will. And first, thank you so much for having me on. By the way, Pete, that jacket's mighty fine. My wife asked if I could borrow it this weekend for a Christmas party.
He's getting a lot of good comments on it.
The fact of the matter is, we've got to look back about 4 months, which is when we started having this conversation with Kevin. It's not like he was blindsided. There was a bunch of the members that got together and said, Kevin, we need to empower all members of Congress to represent their districts equally and individually. And right now, Congress is broke. We've heard about it for 15 years, and no one is willing to step up and make the changes to restore regular order to Congress. And so we put in writing and distributed that to Kevin 4 months ago. Unfortunately, he didn't want to have a conversation with us at that time. He thought he was going to have 250 members in the Republican conference, and he didn't think he needed to have this conversation. Right now, there's a system in place, Will, that allows the Speaker and 9 members of the Rules Committee to make all decisions about legislation, and everyone else is forced to just vote yes or no on it. Right. And we requested to have single subject legislation. We requested for what they call an open rule process, which would allow every single member of Congress to be able to propose amendments on the floor as long as they were germane to that legislation. And basically, it was going to help us to eliminate 2,000-page bills that no one was able to read, that were trillions of dollars worth of spending. And yes, the motion to vacate must be a part of that. And it's interesting that it was in place for 200 years, Will, 200 years. And Nancy Pelosi was the one who got rid of that. And it's basically to keep a check on the Speaker. And it's because we have this terrible consolidation of power. Yeah. And all we're trying to do is re-empower the members of Congress to represent their constituents equally.
So really quickly, Congressman, the time that we have left, there would be those that say to you, well, Kevin McCarthy built this majority, and the alternative is, no matter how thin the majority, is to empower Nancy Pelosi or Hakeem Jeffries or
It's just Eric a false Swalwell. Premise, Will.
Okay.
It's just a false premise. What they're doing is they're trying to keep this power consolidated within the Speaker and the Rules Committee, which basically grants them special super legislative powers that no one else has. And we are trying to make sure. And by the way, there's many more than 5 people. There were 7 people that came out last week. There was another individual that came out this week. There were 36 members that voted against Kevin in conference. There were 52 members that voted against earmarks, Republicans that said, no, this earmark decision is wrong.
Well, we heard from Congressman McCarthy yesterday. We wanted to hear from one of the 5 of you this morning. We appreciate you hopping on and giving us that perspective. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on, Will.
All right, I'll see if I can get that jacket. I'll see if I can get that jacket for you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.